Big word, stoichiometry. Stoichiometry is a very important part of chemistry, and it refers to the relationship between the quantities in a chemical reaction that are based on the balanced chemical equation. And this is where things get more practical. And there are different types of stoichiometry problems, and your book classifies them based on what the given quantity is and what the quantity to be calculated is. And by identifying which kind of problem you have, that might be helpful in deciding how to apply the unit analysis method. Stoichiometry is one of the biggest reasons that you need to learn unit analysis. In chemistry, we don't do a ton of unit converting. You know, we're not always converting cubic inches to, cubic kilometers or something like that, although we hammered you with that at the beginning of the semester. We wanted you to learn the unit analysis method because it works so well for stoichiometry problems. So these are the three different kinds of stoichiometry problems that your book goes over. The first is called a mass-mass problem. So they give you the mass of one substance and they ask you to find the mass of another substance. Mass volume, they give you a mass and ask you to find a volume of a gas at STP. This could also be asked the other way around. They could give you a volume and ask you for a mass. And the last one is a volume-volume problem where you have gases at, actually I shouldn't have said this. Cross that off. If it's a volume-volume, they just need to be at the same temperature and pressure. They don't actually have to be at STP, but they have to be at the same temperature and pressure. So they'll give you milliliters of one gas, ask you to find milliliters of the other. So we're going to go over these. Classify each of the following. We're not going to do the problems, we're just going to say, what kind is this? How many grams of HGO decompose to give 0.50 liters of oxygen gas at STP? What did they give you? A volume, and they asked for grams. So this would be a volume mass or a mass volume. The order doesn't really matter. So this is a volume mass problem. What about the second one? What kind of a problem is that? Mass. Because you're saying how many grams from this many grams. How many milliliters of H2 gas react with nitrogen gas to yield 1.00 liters of ammonia gas? Volume.